Hi, I'm Iris, the knitwear designer behind Iris Makes, and today I'm going to show you how to make German short rows in a cable pattern. For this I'm using the Hayley Slipover and the Hayley Sweater, but this applies to any charted short rows in any of my patterns. So here we have the Hayley Slipover, and at the back panel of the Hayley Slipover we have a few short rows that shape the back of the neck. It's hard to see because of the shoulder pickup, but they are around this area here. So for this, you will need the chart open, and in the chart we have two letters that tell you where to make the short row turns. A G for the twinned stitch and T for turn. So here I have the first few rows of the Hayley sweater that I'm working on. And as you can see, my cast on edge is starting to bend upwards from where I've done the first few short rows. And these short rows are barely visible because I've used the German short row technique to make the turns. So I've just knitted row 5 of the chart, and I've got to the point where I've just done a left leaning cross stitch. And as you can see, I now have a few stitches left on my needle, and my pattern tells me that I need to purl 4 stitches. The second of these purl stitches will actually be the twin stitch from the previous turn. So purl 1, and then the second purl stitch you can see here is a twin stitch from the previous row, and this is shown as a G in the row beneath the row I'm currently working on. So I'm going to purl this stitch and then purl 2 more stitches according to the pattern, then knit 2, and then we come to a T in the pattern, and this means you should now turn your work instead of doing another stitch. So turn your work as you would normally for a German short row, and you can see that here I have a purlwise stitch. So I bring the yarn forward, slip it off, and bring the yarn back as you would normally for a German short row. So now I'm on the next row up in my pattern, and I can see that I'm now have on my right hand needle this stitch shown as a G. I now need to purl 1 because I'm working on the wrong side row, and so on until I get to the other end of the row. Okay, so I've now got to the other end of the row, and I'm following the pattern as stated in the chart, and I've just done here 3 purl stitches, then a knit stitch. So remember, I'm on the wrong side row, and now I've come to something that looks a bit strange here, and this is the twin stitch from the previous turn, and again this is shown as a G in the row beneath the one you're currently working. So this time I want to knit this twin stitch, and then I want to knit a further 3 stitches, then purl 2, and then I come to the letter T in the chart. So again, this means I should turn the work and make the German short row. So this time I have a knitwise stitch, so I'm going to bring the yarn to the front, slip that stitch, bring the yarn backwards, and then continue knitting the chart as shown. So I've now completed all the short row turns. So on this row, there's no more letters, only the twin stitch that still needs to be resolved, which you can see here. And again, that's shown by the G in the row underneath. So I'm just going to knit this one and then continue to the end of the row according to the chart. And there you have it, the completed short rows. And hopefully you can appreciate that the cast on edge here now has a shaping, which will bring the neck up a little bit and the shoulders down a little bit. So on the next wrong side row, I'll be resolving the last twin stitch, which is over on this side. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and I hope you found it helpful.